YouTube as well. Cool. Love to see that. Gotta make room for both chats. That should be good. So I figured since I'm at I should get the mouse off screen. I don't want to be that annoying teacher. Since I'm at this part of Saint Rubicon, I should make the YouTube stream title a Ultra Kill reference. Blood is fuel. Which, oh wait, I need to turn my brightness up. Hi, Shrimp. You shrimping it right now? You better be. Otherwise, I'm going to be really disappointed in you. Oh, I'm here? Okay. That's fine. Yeah, let's go. That's what I like to hear. You're so right. Saint is woke. I bet Saint voted for Joe Biden in the primary. That's that's just my opinion, but I'm kind of ashamed to admit it, but I did vote for Joe Biden in the primary. It was like a very short period of time in my life where I was like very libbed up, very pro-Democrat. You know, now I'm progressive, but still, I am ashamed to confess that I did vote for Joe Biden in that primary. I should have voted uncommitted, but I think I was even following Joe Biden on Twitter at the time. It's really embarrassing for me. No, that's fair. That's fair. Um, Being an American is not the best, but it could be worse. So I know that Saint is vegan, but why can you eat these things? This doesn't seem very vegan to me. I mean, eggs aren't vegan either. I mean, they are vegetarian, but because vegan is no animal products in general. Vegetarian is um no meat, right? Or am I getting that backwards? You know what? I really like the theory that Saint is not real because I don't want it to be. I felt really bad when I forcefully enlightened Moon. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I could just reset and undo. Yeah, Shrimp, that's what YouTube chat said as well. The the fruit is pupa, which is kind of dumb. let a slug cat just enjoy a delectable fruit, you know? Oh, interesting. I think Rubicon means Rubik's Cube, and you're actually just stuck in a big Rubik's Cube. This is what woke is trying to prevent you from learning. They're they're trying to erase Rubik's cubes. It's true. I'm not making this up. I might be making this up a little bit. This whole thing might actually be entirely fabricated. But it upset me, so it has to be real. I want to I want to at JD Vance again. I've been I've been doing that too much. I changed it up and went off on Obama this time, so you know. Not not letting things get too stale. Ah, whoa. Oh, interesting. Oh, is that what it means? Okay, I didn't know that like Rubicon was like a thing in some mythologies. I thought it was just like a Rain World specific thing that they made. That's really cool though. And kind of woke. I don't know. As a very clear conservative that definitely is not transgender, I don't know if I can support a woke game. Whoa. Oh, it was the stone. Hmm. Neat. Wait, is that can't go up there? That's so dumb and annoying. Grr. Darn wokies. Their liberal agenda. Wait, this is this looks like farmer raise. Oh man. Thank you. Wait, is this like a mirrored version of the I guess like overworld? I don't know why I called it the overworld. Wait, I thought that thing was dead. Oh my gosh. I keep forgetting they can just do that. Called it the overworld, like I'm playing Minecraft or something. Okay. It's not one to one, but like loosely. That's what I'm gathering. Yeah, we're in the Nether. I dropped into like one really big obsidian portal. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I will see. I like theorizing this stuff out loud. It's kind of fun because then I get to be like, "Whoa, I'm really smart. I predicted that." Uh, True. I'm gonna get blaze rods. I want to see if I can feed the spider to the lizard and make it my friend. Hey, buddy. Because, like, I'm enlightening them, so I'm technically not killing them, so I don't think my reputation would have gone down. Oh, they need multiple feedings? That makes sense. I don't know. I used to think, like, kind of a similar way towards that of, like, we should try to find the middle in politics, but as I've gotten older, I've realized that that's kind of a fool's errand. It's the ratchet effect, you know. One side just keeps giving in and capitulating to the other, and you just end up slowly falling down towards um, a more authoritarian society. Welcome back. By the way, new YouTube viewer. I think you're new. I am dual streaming to both YouTube and Twitch, so if I'm responding to a comment that you don't see, it's because they're on the other platform. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like some things where I think it is important and worthwhile to find a center on, but there are some things where I do feel like finding a center on is just kind of taking the coward's way out. Like if it comes to human rights or human dignity, I think there's no center to that, you know? Like if you're trying to find the center between we should let immigrants live and we should kill all immigrants, you know, I feel like the center isn't very good there, you know? So like yeah, there's some things where I think the center is probably good, but a lot of times when I hear people going towards the center, it just feels more like they're trying to avoid conflict and less like they have any principled stance on anything. As I said, I used to think that way a lot when I was younger, of like the best decisions usually somewhere in the center. But as I've gotten older, I've seen like kind of where the center has gotten us, at least in American politics. Because the Democratic Party is realistically just a center party, they're not a left party. Which means that they don't really have any counter messaging or pushback for the right party because they keep trying to find a center, but the center keeps moving, you know? So it becomes, uh, as I said earlier, the ratchet effect, which is the Democrats keep like trying to center themselves so they don't really do anything while they're in power. But when the Republicans are in power, they are moving things towards the right. So it's just a pattern of Republicans move it to the right, Democrats don't move it, then Republicans move it again. So it just kind of ratchets. It's incredibly annoying here. But, it's not all bad. I still have a lot of hope in the future of this country because I do see a few shining examples that I think will prevail and set us on the right path. So I'm very hopeful. Yeah, I agree. We need like an actual leftist party that can challenge the right because what we have right now is a right party and a center party. And if we only have a right party and a center party, the center will continuously move right. Yeah, with I find immigration to be like a really difficult thing to discuss because like I'm trying to think of like how to best explain it. Like the system for immigration is incredibly broken. So while I like agree in theory with the idea that a lot of immigrants should be just legal or come here through the legal means, for a lot of people that is just not possible because of how the system is built. Like it can take decades to even get there. And like hundreds of dollars, which that's just not feasible for some families who have like people they're related to that live here. So that's why I'm for mass amnesty, which is basically if you've been here for long enough, I think we should just give you legal status. Because at the end of the day, the difference between a illegal immigrant and a legal immigrant, it's just paperwork. So I think the solution isn't to deport them and make them like do things all over again. The solution is to give them the proper paperwork and documentation. I don't really support deportation at all. I think if someone commits a crime, they should go to jail. I don't think deporting is a good solution. That's just my personal take on it. Yeah, exactly. I agree. The priority should be on fixing the system. I mean, I don't think people want to come illegally. Like, the vast majority of immigrants, they want to be here legally. Like, it's more of an issue with means rather than malice, which is very, very unfortunate. Like, it's part of what makes America, like, it is a country of immigrants. It's people who came here searching for a better life, and I think that is it's like the goal of America. That's the ideal. And like, if if we do want to talk about crime rates, immigrants are, at least in America, they're half as likely to commit crime as citizens. So not only are they like less criminal on average, they are also like they prop up our economy as well, and a lot of our social safety nets would have collapsed by now. I'm like vaguely aware of what's happening in UK. Like in the UK, you guys are getting like kind of racist over there. I mean, I don't live in the UK, so I don't know like the details of it, but oof, the rise of the far right over there is not looking good. But then again, you could say the same for the United States and Germany. The far right is never very good. Not a fan. I mean, yeah, like I know you can't read the intentions on people's faces, but I don't know. Doesn't that go for like citizens as well? What do you mean it's more the far left? Starmer is not left. Keir Starmer is a centrist at best. That was not an insult to Germany. I'm just saying that like they have a far right power in Germany right now. Like the people they have elected are, not ideal. I mean, I'm not a Starmer defender. He seems like classical neoliberal, centrist, pushover as well. That video of him like completely unable to condemn if Donald Trump invaded Greenland, that was so sad to watch. Like he couldn't even say, "Yeah, I don't think Donald Trump should invade Greenland." Like he couldn't even say that on the news. I think it was Keir Starmer. It was absurd. Like bro was really just like sitting there, just being like, "Yeah, uh-huh. I agree, Mr. President." Why are they able to do that? The I'm not too familiar with the digital ID stuff, but yeah, I think government surveillance is bad. It is unfortunate that like a lot of modern countries lack a true left-wing party. A lot of modern left-wing parties are just completely captured by corporate interest. And just become like centrist. They're captive to think tanks and advisors. I think Australia has a good left-wing party. That's one of the good examples. I'm trying to think of what else, and I really don't know. Oh, hang on. I don't think that's true. I don't think they're talking about banning dogs as pets because Muslims demanded it. That sounds made up. That sounds like propaganda to me. Okay, but you understand that the UK is like that because of the right wing, right? Like it's not the left wing that's ruining the UK, it's the far right that's taking prominence. I mean, don't get me wrong, the left party in the UK isn't doing much to stop it, but their issue is the capitulation to the right and the lack of like doing anything to improve things. No, it's a centrist party. It's the UK does not have a prominent left-wing party. They have like they have what is essentially the Democrats, but for the UK and the far right now. The UK has it just like probably just as bad as America does, maybe worse. I mean, yeah, the I'm not like incredibly educated on UK politics. It's not where I live. I've never visited either. But I do know that get a little get a little wild over there with the far right rallies, just unfiltered racism. Essentially neo Nazis a lot of times. Like there's like interviews of protesters from the far right groups. I mean, it's about what you see over here from the far right. I mean, a lot of the modern far right movements in any country, they take a lot of inspiration from the Nazi Party of Germany, especially the current right wing or far right party in Germany and America. We got like Nick Fuentes and stuff. Yeah, I Twitch, I did cause seedflation just because you guys were buying them a little too often. So it's, you know what? I'm increasing the price. But yeah, I agree. I think arresting people for social media posts is wild. Which, I mean, for being honest, the right wing is, at least here in the US, the most responsible for cancel culture. More people got fired from their jobs in the wake of Charlie Kirk's death than like any woke cancellation. Like, people were getting fired from their jobs just for like literally quoting things that Charlie Kirk said. Which that's kind of crazy, you know. So much for freedom of speech. You can't even quote what the man said. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like thoroughly educated on UK politics, but I know the basics. Like I've seen interviews of protesters in the UK. As I said, those videos are wild. Like people get racist there. I I forget the video. But someone, it was like it was some black guy who dressed up as like an old white guy, and then he just went to like a UK protest pretending to be like a right winger or conservative, and the things they said to him, just thinking that he was part of the in group, was absurd. I don't know. I'm very anti right wing, and I'm critical of the center. Okay, so I'm just dead here. But like the reason I am critical of the center is because I think they are way too soft on the far right aspects of politics, which I am a religious person. I I firmly believe that like far right beliefs are demonic. That's my personal belief, though. I I know a lot of people who would disagree with me. I just think that we should respect people's basic dignity. And that's why I'm a huge fan of like left wing uh, politicians or parties. I believe it's the Labour Party in Australia. No, is it Labour? I can't remember. I think it's Labour in Australia that's good, and Liberal that's bad. Been a while since I touched up on my Australia politics. Yeah, I don't. I I think it sucks to see the my country like slowly, or actually, it's not even slowly at this point. It's rapidly falling into the grips of authoritarianism. I think it's unfortunate. But, you know, what are you gonna do except support the left-wing party? That's fair. I'm a very woke person because, well, woke is fun to say, but also I support progressive values. Trans rights. I think trans people should have access to basic human rights. I'm not a fan of rigged elections like gerrymandering. Not a fan of that. So, hoping we can get rid of gerrymandering. I thought this dude was part of the background, I'm gonna be honest. I do believe in um, universal healthcare. I think healthcare is a human right. It's not something people should have to work for. I think like anything essential, food, shelter, healthcare, like anything you need to survive should not be an amenity. It should be something you just have access to. I'm I'm all for free speech. I think free speech is a good thing. Rad. Yeah, I'm very anti-corporation. Wait, is the lava above me? I think corporations are a leech and a burden on our society. I don't think they really contribute much societally. They just kind of take our money under the guise that they worked for it, but in most cases, the elite were born into that wealth. So I think it needs to be redistributed properly. I mean, um, I'm kind of confused by what you mean by physical violence and people claiming everything is violence. Yeah, I'm not a fan of people taking people's money either. I think corporations just kind of bleed us dry, which is why I'm very anti-corporation. I like they are taking our money, which is why I think we need to take it back. Um, I disagree. I think there are very much ways of deciding who deserves it. Like a lot of rich people, they don't really do anything. I think people who work and contribute to society, stimulate the economy, they deserve the money, not the people who hoard wealth and consolidate. I think wealth consolidation is a major issue in just the world in general. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying workers should be the only one with access to money and resources. I just think that, like, that's one example of people who deserve the money. I don't think billionaires and the rich elite have the right to just leech off of our society. Because that it is what they often do. They don't really work for things. Dang it. They just kind of take our money. Okay, I mean, we do kind of know what rich people do behind closed doors. It's a lot of pedophilia. But like, look at Elon Musk. He is a massive idiot. Like, he's not a smart man. By many accounts, like when he gets involved with his companies, like he causes them to tank. And that's one of the reasons why SpaceX is so successful is because Elon Musk is barely involved in SpaceX. He doesn't do very much in SpaceX. He's not responsible for a lot of that stuff. Cuz if he was, it would not be doing so well. Yeah, Elon Musk is a massive moron and also a Nazi. like let's be real here. He was not extending his heart to the crowd there. That's not what he was doing. I'm inclined to believe the person who made his AI say that they're Mecha Hitler. I'm inclined to believe that person's a Nazi, you know? Dang it. I didn't even. Oh, that's so stupid. The Cybertruck is really funny. Yeah, Elon Musk was born into a rich family, literally an emerald mine. Oh, thanks, Shrimp. Glad to know I'm close to the end. Yeah, Elon Musk was like literally born into a emerald mine family, and like he lucked his way into a lot of the companies that he started. I I think of Elon Musk as like the modern day Thomas Edison. He doesn't do anything. He just like steals other people's inventions. Because like Thomas Edison, he didn't really invent much. He just kind of stole people's ideas and took credit for it. Elon Musk is just like that. Like once you get to a certain level of power, you kind of just fail upwards. You kind of get like so rich and powerful that you can't fail. Jeffrey Epstein, for example, he was a horrible businessman. He was not good at his job. So how did he get that much money? We still don't know. He got so much money, but he was terrible at what he was supposed to be doing. He was truly abysmal at finance. Not a smart guy either. But he was really rich, very powerful. I think there's like just a certain amount of wealth that people shouldn't have. Like, I think if you work hard and contribute a lot to society, you do deserve to have more money than someone who doesn't contribute as much. But, like, there's a certain level of money where it's too much. You don't need, like, you don't need $1 million. That, well, maybe, no, you don't need $1 million. That's too much. I actually don't know how much a million is. I can't, like, conceive of money that much. My bank account has a few thousand. Let's say, like, I don't know. I, when numbers get to, like, a certain amount, it's just really hard to conceive of them. Yeah, no one needs a million. Um, I am arguing with a YouTube chatter who is near UK, talking about the left wing extremism of the UK. So there's your context, so you don't have to open up YouTube chat. I mean, yeah, most people who say that you don't need $1 million don't have $1 million, but that doesn't make it less true. You know, I don't, like, yeah, I don't have $1 million, but if I did, I think I would stand by it. I'm a very stubborn and principled person. I think that money should be distributed back to the working class. I don't, like, yeah, having $1 million would be really cool, but it's completely unnecessary and detrimental to society. Yeah, I mean, I agree. People should have more money if they work for it, but at a certain level, it's just it's too much. Like, a million is excessive. That money should go back into the economy. It should go into social safety nets to prevent people from starving, freezing on the streets. Should go to people's health care so they don't die of cancer because they can't afford their medical bills. Yeah, money should go to the working class. It shouldn't go to people who, like, worked hard at the start and then just laid back while they leached off all the other people beneath them doing the hard work for them. Yeah, I mean, I think working towards a lot of money is admirable, but, like, it's unjust that we live in a world where some people can have so much money while other people have nothing. Like, I'm all for, like, merit having influence on how much money you have. I don't think that people who are, like, a neurosurgeon and someone who, like, I don't know, flips burgers, I don't think they should have the same amount of money. But I don't think that, like, someone who flips burgers should have, like, barely enough to make their rent, you know? I think we should all have enough money to meet our like financial needs. Eh, looks like Yumi is done with this topic. Exactly. You're like you should have enough money to live no matter what you do. I don't think being like meeting the basic minimum of survivability should be qualified on the type of work you do. I think everyone should have the ability to live. You know what, Shrimp? You can have my old testosterone. I don't need it anymore. Don't call me a Marxist furry streamer. Uh, Marxist adjacent at most. Yeah, I mean, I I do also include people that can't work in like you should have a certain amount of money. I don't think your amount of money should be um, determined by if you can work or not. I just think like there should be levels to it. I think the current system, the bottom is too far down. I think everyone, including those who either don't work or cannot work, should have access to a livable wage. Yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of respect for people who are Marxists or communists. I'm not there yet myself. Every day I get closer because I see where capitalism has gotten us, and I am not a fan. I thought there was a bunker here. Oh, is it up? I think it's up. Wait, how do I get up there? Oh my gosh. No, I got so close. Uh, yeah, I mean, I do get your point. When I say like working class, it's more to I guess like emphasize the idea that a lot of times working class people work more and put in more effort than the billionaires. That's all I mean by it. I think everyone deserves a livable wage. That that's my hot take. I don't think we should have billionaires or millionaires. It's too much money. I don't care how hard you worked for it. At some point, it's too much. Like, if you work hard, good for you. I support you having a little bit of extra money because you worked hard. Support that. It stimulates economic growth, provides motivation for people to work hard. I think it's good. But like, you know, do we really need Mark Zuckerberg out there having that much money? Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. I don't know. I think we need more left-wing policies. I think that'd fix a lot. More social safety nets would be nice. Yeah, people who can't get a job because of people who just can't get a job in general, they deserve a livable wage as well. I I don't really care. They deserve to live, no matter what. I think we should have some level of social safety nets built into our society. There should be some form of free shelter available to people who don't have a home. There should be access to at least some form of food if you don't have any food. Same with water. Did you know that we have so much food that goes to waste because it's more profitable to let food go bad than it is to give it to people who don't have food? That's crazy. Exactly. Everyone can get what they need and deserve. I firmly believe that water, food, and shelter are human rights. Same with healthcare. You should not have to pay for those things. That is actually true. A lot of rich people do actively gatekeep things from people who are poorer. Look at Bill Gates during COVID, limiting the vaccines in certain areas of the world. That is an evil thing to do, just for profit incentive. Saying, maybe we make these people in this country pay for it. That's not good. Oh, wait, I can actually use this. Yay. Yeah, I do think that's a better way of putting it. Like, not a wage, but they deserve the resources. Like, I think the amount of currency we receive should be towards having some extra money to spend on non-essentials. I think we should all have access to people, or all people should have access to things necessary to survive, and also things that positively benefit the society as a whole. Education, for example, should be free. I don't think education should be something that we have to pay for because education is something that benefits society. Exactly. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 just to live my life either. That sucks. I don't like my job right now. It's not. Wait, I missed the poll. My bad. Yeah, I don't enjoy my 9 to 5. It's not fun. I don't like my job, but I have to do it. I'd pay for college. It hurts my bank account, but I want to get an education. or a better education than just high school. I disagree. I think even if people don't contribute to society, they should be able to survive. I think making, like, just surviving dependent on how much we deem you contribute to society, I think that's messed up. You could do nothing for society. I don't think you should die because of that. I think you should have access to basic shelter, food so you can eat, and water so you can drink, as well as healthcare so that you don't like die of cancer. I think the incentive to contributing to society should be like pocket money. So the more you contribute to society, like the more money you have to spend on non-essentials. Like I'm I'm guilty of buying random stuff. I indulge in Pokemon cards on occasion. I have a Nintendo Switch too. That's not a necessary purchase. Stuff like that, I don't think you should have like access to for free. I think that's silly. I don't think really anyone would agree that that should be free. But that sort of thing is the incentive structure. Having to meet your like basic survival needs shouldn't be your incentive. But like I don't think it's like having your basic needs met. I don't think that's being rewarded for not doing anything. I think that's having your needs met, your basic dignity. And then anything beyond that is incentive or a reward. Now, if you want to say, yeah, I don't think we should be giving jobless people free Nintendo Switches, yeah, I agree with that. That would be that'd be stupid. Obviously, like entertainment stuff and non-essentials, that is a reward. Exactly. Surviving shouldn't be treated as a reward. You shouldn't have to earn your survival. It's something we should all have access to. I will support like basic needs, even for people that I don't like. I think racist people deserve healthcare. I think transphobes should not have to worry about where they have to sleep. Even if I think that their beliefs are horrendous and repulsive, I still support their basic dignity. Uh, I was raised religious. I was taught with the belief of help one another, love one another, and that guides a lot of my more radically progressive views. I think we as a society should be helping one another. It should not be like a us versus them sort of thing. I think we should not be like forced to compete for resources that should be abundant. I mean, I think I kind of understand what you're saying, but I think you're wrong. You know? Like I get where you're coming from. I don't think you're right. I'm in Sky Islands now. What? This is not the right way, is it? Yeah. I mean, I'm not here to like police thought. Like I'm not gonna say, ooh, you should be arrested for disagreeing. That's stupid. You know? Oh yeah, you're right, Chimney. Sorry. Exactly. I don't know. Mhm. I don't know. I agree there should be like incentive to contributing to society. Like I don't think all wages should be exactly the same. I think that you should have more money if you do more difficult jobs that contribute more to society. But I think there should be like a baseline, you know? Whoa, dude, that Squid Queda almost killed me. Dude, what? Dude, that was an evil Squid Queda. Oh yeah, sorry, Yumi. I didn't mean to upset you. I was just really, really invested in this conversation. Yeah, we can change the subject. We. Oh, guys, I got Rain World merch, like a really cool shirt. It is coming in the mail. I don't know why I said it's coming in the mail. It's already here. I'm not thinking clearly. Like I already have it. Okay, so should I be going to Moon or Five Pebbles, like where they should be on the map, or am I just going straight up? Yeah, I'm really excited to wear it. It's like a really yes. I will show it on stream. I just need to wash it first. Okay, so I just keep going up. Got it. Sounds good, Shrimp. I trust you because you've given me money. Yeah. All that talk about redistributing wealth, I was lying. I'm actually a capitalist. I love money. I love hoarding wealth. Yes, ascended both of them. I felt really bad when I did it to Moon, and I tried to undo it, and then it said, the game said, nope, you're stuck with that decision. So now I feel like really bad about accidentally killing Moon. Yes, this is my first Saint playthrough. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to avoid spoilers. So I'd say keep backseating to a minimum. I will ask if you guys, like, I will ask if I need help, and then you guys can answer my questions then. Okay, now I'm just going down. This doesn't feel right. True, we are rain worlding. You're so right, first time chatter. Dude, we're raining our world right now. I'm actually about to rain on camera. Where is the food? I don't know how many of you guys follow me on Blue Sky, but like I kind of went off on Obama. I I might have gone a little too hard on him. I was feeling a little upset, so I just went off on Obama. You know, I took a little bit of a break from bothering JD Vance to go after Obama. Honestly, you're so right. That's so valid. Social media can be um kind of a pain. I I don't know. I'm like a very weird person when it comes to my brain. Like the things that like upset me are, I guess, kind of abnormal. Because like some things upset me that shouldn't, and then some things that should upset me make me happy. I don't know why. But yes, this is my second time accidentally killing Moon. But this time it was because I thought I could just quit the cycle and undo it. But then the game was like, no, no, you can't actually. Ah! Oh my gosh. Dude, that's so far. I'm sorry to hear that, Yumi. Yeah, yes, my first playthrough I ate all of Moon's neurons. I was just too gluttonous. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. Would have done it again. I don't know. I find that like positivity and hope has really helped me when things are difficult. I know it's like a really lame answer, but I don't know. I I find hope in things. I have a belief that good will always prevail over evil, and that does help me out a lot when things are looking a little rough. Because I do firmly believe that. Like no matter how scary things look right now, I'm confident that they will be okay. And it's not even because I'm religious. I firmly believe that like good will prevail over evil. I've like I have a lot of hope in things right now. I I see the ground moving beneath my feet in a very positive direction. I I see people waking up to the reality that we're living in. I see people start to realize that they've been tricked or lied to. And that's really hopeful because realizing that you're wrong is the most important step of changing. So I see the change happening, and it's very hopeful for me to know that people are like having their minds changed in the right direction. I think we're in a really pivotal part of history where we are actually positioned really well to push society in the right direction. I think we need to grasp that. We need to seize the moment. And that's what I'm more worried about. I'm not worried about the current evils. On I'm worried about our ability to seize the moment. I think we can do it. We're honestly primed to better just society as a whole. I'm a very I'm very hopeful about just the future in general. Now, I do find current world events to be scary. I'm not going to like sit here and lie about that. But I find the future to be very exciting and very hopeful. Also, I'm just a very stubborn person. Like, if it's not gonna be okay, I'm. What do you think I'm gonna do? Give up? No. I'm. I'm far too stubborn for that. Being stubborn is, I think, one of my greatest strengths as well as greatest flaws. I don't give up easily. Dang it! Stupid lizard. I thought the spear would do something. Yeah, Ultra Kill reference. Blood is fuel. You know, I think we need to bring back hope posting. I I think people are way too full of doom and dread. I think it's important to acknowledge the current horrors, but also speak on our potential and our future. Sure, there's a lot of evil in the world, but there's also a lot of good. And all that good makes me very hopeful. Like you guys. You guys are great. I love you guys. I'm getting parasocial. Rah, parasocial. Ooh, scary. No, but you guys are great. I really enjoy this community, and I'm very proud that I've been able to grow this community. You, even though it's a little small, for me it's grown like really fast in these past few months. I enjoy having conversations with most of you guys. That sounded so much worse than I intended it to. Um, you know, you always get a few bad chatters, but I think all of you guys who are still here are cool. I've gotten multiple pieces of really cool fan art. Yumi especially, you are very talented at art, and I really appreciate the art that you've done for me. It's really cool. The animation of Moon feeding the estrogen, that is so funny. I totally get like feeling a little hopeless. I get that. But like hope is a very powerful tool. Pessimism and nihilism, that doesn't really get us anywhere. I feel very encouraged by the change that we've seen coming from like organized movement. Like protests have had an impact. Communities do a lot. I'm not pessimistic because I don't think pessimism is practical, and frankly, I don't think I can afford to be pessimistic. I think we live in a very pivotal time. Shrimp, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just figuring out where to go. Wait, no, am I back here? Wait, no. No! Wait, did I just loop? Bruh. No, just kill me. I don't understand how much further up I can go. Cause like up here, I oh, you go over that, don't you? Or wait, hold on. Um, give me give me a second. I have a few theories I want to try out. Dang it, that's not there. Yumi, are you still there, or was it too much? I completely understand if it was too much and you had to head out. Just want to make sure you're good. I know it's a little overwhelming. It's my bad. I am a debater at heart. I when I saw a conservative person enter my YouTube chat, I was like, ooh, this is too good of an opportunity to pass up. Yo, Rad, okay. Glad that you're still here. Good luck with drawing. I think drawing's cool. I wish I was better at drawing. It's something I could definitely get better at if I practiced, but you know, I don't really want to. I'm much better at crafts than I am at drawing, you know? Like, I can do okay at drawing. Art stream would go kind of hard. I would love to do a blacksmithing stream. The issue with that is I don't know how to dual stream on my phone. I'd have to figure out the setup. Because, like, crafts are what I'm good at when it comes to art. I can make stuff. I just can't draw stuff as well. When it comes to drawing, I go to my bestie for that. She's really talented at art and my best friend in the whole world. And I love supporting my friends when it comes to art. If I need something drawn, it feels really good to both like get art that looks fantastic and support your friends at the same time. I didn't know there was a mobile OBS, but I don't like Streamlabs. I uninstalled Streamlabs because Streamlabs like paywalls dual streaming. So I have just base OBS installed because you can get a free plugin to OBS that allows you to dual stream. Because like Streamlabs is like, oh, you gotta pay like a subscription to unlock that. It's really stupid and I hate it. And then if I do manage to dual stream on my phone, I don't know how I'll set up the chat where I can read it. So blacksmithing stream, that's like way down the line. Because I don't have the setup for that. I don't have the technical knowledge nor the finances to be able to purchase a setup like that. I think the dream is like if my channel becomes large enough, I can create like my own blacksmithing shop or studio and like have a stream and video set up in there. I think that would be really cool. That's that's the goal. I'd love to do that. Then I could just like blacksmith and talk about politics at the same time, like on stream or for a video. That'd be awesome. And then I'd still do gaming because I'm a gamer. Like I'm not gonna stop playing video games. I love video games, especially Pokemon. I'm not gonna like stop playing competitive Pokemon. I just I wish they would host more official tournaments near me. Oh my gosh. I have a laptop. I also have OCD. So I don't want to like bring this outside with me. Yes, I ascended both iterators. I did not mean to ascend a moon when I mean I wanted to see what would happen, but I thought if I quit the cycle, she'd go back to being alive, but nope, you apparently that doesn't work. So I was like, "Dang, I feel really bad." I'm glad so many people are finding my stream through YouTube. That's cool. I am dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube for this exact reason. Some people just don't use Twitch or YouTube. And this way, like, people who use one of the two platforms has access to it. I didn't really feel bad about ascending 5 pebbles, but I did feel really bad about doing it to Moon. 5 pebbles, he kind of deserved the lobotomy. Ah, no! I don't know. I didn't get that vibe from Moon. I didn't think that she wanted to ascend. Cosplay is really fun. I love cosplay. I've been doing cosplay since I was a little kid. I don't really do it as much anymore because, well, I have a fursuit now. Why why would I cosplay when I have an $800 fursuit head that I can just wear instead? Oh wait, I need to like check the, I like really invest in streaming for a second. I need to check the my alarm clock to see how much more time I can stream. Oh, Chad, I gotta start wrapping this up soon. I mean, you can communicate with the Twitch chatters. It's just called opening up Twitch chat. I can also relay things, which I occasionally do. I do want to, at some point, set up a widget where I have both chats open on stream. I don't know how to do that with OBS. Like, I know you can do that with Streamlabs pretty easy, but I don't know. I don't like Streamlabs because they're like, oh, you gotta pay for this. Whew. Sick. Oh, am I like descending the wall? Ooh, it was weird. Okay. No, I just looped again. Wait, no. This is correct. I think. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Wait, no. I think I got this. I think I got this. Wait, am I inside Five Pebbles? Wait, is this the end? I love that like using the tongue can like direct me. Lizards be like, it wasn't even that funny. Oh, you're both here. Hi guys. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh. So the triple affirmative solution is to die. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Wait, am I swimming up from the void? Wait, am I gonna meet the void worm? Am I going to ascend the Void Worm? That's. Wait, hold on. Wait. Whoa. Hold on. I'm gonna kill the Void Worm? That's crazy. Oh. Um. Huh. I mean, it's obvious. Like, it's the Void Worm and I get to blow things up. Yeah, of course I'm gonna do it on the Void Worm. I do kind of wish I didn't um, enlighten Moon. I feel like she had a lot of work to do. I feel like she could have done a lot to improve the ecosystem and help those remaining. It also makes all the effort that Riv and Hunter and Monk put into restoring her makes it feel kind of pointless. Because she was being like restored and rebuilt, but you just kind of. Oh, she would slowly die. Okay, that does make sense, I guess. Yeah, okay. That makes me feel a little bit better then. Are you like pulled down? No. Come here, Void Worm. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Can't press the two buttons. What? Your dad joined you? That's pretty hype. Whoa. Oh, okay. We killed the void worm. Did I like end the world? Did I like kill everything? Wait, are the echoes part of the void worm? Because I just realized it teleported me to all the echo locations. Am I like part of the echoes? Did I release the echoes? I don't. I'm very confused. I think it just ended the world. Oh, there's screenshots from my playthrough? Okay. Well, that. Now I feel dumb. I thought it was like the echo locations. Is, is it like trying to tell me which way to go? Oh, no. Not that way. Do, do I not follow like the little. What do you mean lights? Everything looks so white. I don't. It looks kind of like the echoes. So I am becoming an echo. I think. Oh, well, now the game's like making me go up, so cool. I thought I was like supposed to follow the direction of the tentacles or something. Okay, so I'm an echo now. Um, hmm. Wait, I'm back here? Wait. Hmm. Hmm. I don't think I like that. Oh, Scent got too greedy by sending the worm, and they're punished to not be able to die. Okay, okay, it's a little better. Um, I don't, I don't know if I like a lot of the like lore implications of this playthrough. I find like a lot of like hope and inspiration from some of the other campaigns, Riv especially, which is like even as society has collapsed, the Slugcats still find a way to survive and make a difference. I find that like really inspiring and probably my favorite part of like the Rain World story is making a difference as a Slugcat, helping society progress and further along. That's part of the reason why I didn't enjoy the ending of Survivor and Monk is because it felt well, it was confusing and unsatisfactory that you just kind of disappeared. And then I learned that it's your character dying, but seeing their true desire before they die, which for me that feels a little pessimistic. Same with this one. I don't really like the solution to the question being to die, or in this case, I guess, ascend. I really like. I don't know. I love the I guess aspects of the game that show how stubborn life can be. It's one of the reasons why I found like some of the campaigns in this game to be really inspiring. Same as Look Outside. I made this comparison and rant in a previous stream. Is that I find the lore of this game inspiring, but with this, I don't know. It does like for me it undercuts a lot of the value I get from the story and makes it feel a lot more nihilist and pessimistic, which is that the solution is to die, which I don't really like the implications of that. Even if like enlightenment's like a little bit different from dying, I just I don't know. I think that's like part of why Riv is my favorite campaign from a lore perspective. Is the campaign is based around building Moon back up, repairing her, and helping her. Same with Hunter, even though I hated playing the Hunter campaign. I mean, Shrimp, I get that they're made to die and Saint did them a favor, but like I don't like that. You know? I I don't know. It feels like a mercy kill that isn't necessary. Because I do see the Rain world as like survivable. For me, it feels like there's still some semblance of society left intact, even if they are to some extent animals. They do exhibit some form of intelligence. For me, it feels very fixable, and the Scent campaign revolving around just killing everything feels kind of like giving up to me. Okay, yeah, I like that analysis that the Saint got drunk on power, which is why it is broken because you're supposed to feel wrong. I do like that. Trip, I do agree. Immortality is a curse, but I don't know. I it feels Saint campaign feels very destructive, whereas a lot of like pretty much every other campaign feels very constructive. Yeah, I am like clinging on to the idea that Saint isn't real. It's like a folklore or legend because from like a story perspective, I really don't like that campaign. It did like it did a good job of telling the story. It did a good job of conveying the emotion. I just don't like the story. It undercuts a lot of what I personally take away as the message. Okay, yeah. I do hope Saint is considered a dream. That like a dream, folklore, or legend, that works for me. I think if it is meant to be a story or a cautionary tale, either invented by or thought up by a slugcat, I do like that. I like Saint as a cautionary tale, but I do not like Saint as part of the story, I guess. Part of the like hope and enjoyment I get from the story is the concept that society always finds a way. And that's what a lot of the other slugcats demonstrate. The resilience of life. Saint just kind of cuts away from that. Like it's just not. I don't know. I do think I have to move Saint down to my least favorite playthrough. It doesn't fit my playstyle because I really enjoyed the combat. I I know that I can skip the credits. I'm having fun rambling and giving all my thoughts right now. Yeah, I think if we view Saint as a cautionary tale, a folklore, a legend, I think it does a really good job in that sense. So assuming that it is folklore, I do like it, but from like a story perspective, I do not like the moral implications that come along with it. Also, the um what's the right word? The playstyle of Saint doesn't really fit me very well because I'm someone who really enjoys the combat of this game, and Saint just doesn't have that. Okay, that art goes hard. I like that. I don't know. I Saint does a good job at telling the story. I just didn't like the story. Spearmaster, I think, has the best story, but really bad gameplay. I am ending stream soon. I do apologize. Really liked Riv, both gameplay wise and story wise. I do intend to do expeditions and arena challenges. Yeah, I just finished Saint. I was giving like all my thoughts on it. I didn't really care for it, if I'm being honest. Yes, I will be doing the Watcher DLC next. Next stream, I will be starting the Watcher DLC. I'm tempted to start it now just so I can get a screenshot for the YouTube thumbnail, but um, I don't know if I should. You know what? Let's just open it, and that way I can get a screenshot for the next stream. Once I like played like a cycle or two, then I will raid someone in into the stream. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, this music is really good. Was not expecting to be an off blue. What are my abilities? Okay, I can throw a spear. Good to have that ability back. Diet. Okay. Oh wait, I remember someone said that Watcher is basically just Survivor. Hydroponics. Oh. I will say, it is nice having new areas to explore. Exploring is just one of my favorite things when it comes to video games in general. So I'm very excited to have new stuff. Gosh. There we go. What is... Oh! The stupid tunnel. Messing me up. Oh. Man, I need to get food and then I can go back and use that bunker. 30 new regions? Okay. Hold on. Chat, this is hype. Thirty new regions all on an SNES controller. Let's go. Wait, does it rain in this? I mean, it has to. There's the timer, so. Come on. Yeah. You want this. You want this mask back too much. Can I eat it? Oh. Calm down, buddy. Well, I will say, having a mask this early on in a playthrough is pretty hype. Literally first cycle. Okay. Special button. Um. Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I totally could have done that. I mean, too late now. All right. Ooh, pretty art. Yay. That was fun. Okay, I'm gonna throw in some rain rot for you guys while I find a person in Twitch to raid. Rain rot, rain rot. Come on, guys, say it with me. Rain rot. Let's go. I know how much you guys love being an iPad kid, so we're gonna throw in some rain rot. Yeah, rain rot, rain rot, rain rot. Yeah, best part of the stream, rain rot. You guys love this stuff. Let's go ahead and do two rot. Because, what would rain rot be without the rot? Let's throw one of these guys in there. They're pretty silly. Red. Red. Let's throw some elites. Some more elites. Drop a nuke, because why not? One of these guys. A few yeeks, because they're funny. And a few children. You guys ready for some rain rot? Let's go. Rain rot. Let's go. Whoa. Maybe that happened too close. Maybe I went a little too crazy with that. Maybe we removed the nuke. Wait, this isn't even the nuke. They just had that. Okay. They don't have a nuke this time. Rain rot, rain rot, rain rot, rain rot. Alright, I should pull up Twitch. Who are we gonna raid? Raid channel. Same category. Okay, there's two people streaming Rain World right now, and neither of them are in English. Okay. Do you guys want to go to the non-English one? I mean, they're both non-English, but do you want to go to a different Rain World streamer that's not English, or do you guys want to go to an English streamer that's not streaming Rain World? Okay, yeah, we can do the Japanese one. Alright, sending you guys over there. I think this is Japanese, pretty sure. I don't know languages, so. Starting the raid. Whoa, I'm the largest Rain World streamer? That's actually so hype, yeah. This was fun. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed streaming. Streaming's actually become a lot more enjoyable now that I have an audience and people to talk to. It's really fun. It was not as enjoyable to just like talk to the void constantly. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start the raid. See you guys. Bye bye. Alright, Twitch chat has been raided. Bye bye, YouTube. Bye bye.